13th through 15th place gets $7,361.
All in fair from Josh with the ace-jack. Likely going to have a flip for his tournament life. Neeme quickly makes that call. Here we go, ace-jack versus sevens.
Those are a million.
Something's in the water here at the lodge on a Sunday.
Nice.
For Josh's tournament life, needs an ace or a jack or some help. But how about a set for Neeme?
King would work.
A king? There's 3 available. Now a king or an 8. How about quads?
Wow.
And Josh is eliminated.
Death by quad sevens.
Lodge Card Club has tournaments for players with all bankrolls. Get the details in our pinned comment. Skull Mike in chat.
Check.
Skull Mike had a long day, folks. How about quadrophenia for Ricky? And he checks.
88.
And Jacob is going to fire out
I knew this coming.
88,000 and just a flat call here for Ricky with quads. And he checks again.
Check.
Goes check, check. Ricky won't check again here. There's the 9. Jacob hits the boat. Not a good card for Jacob there.
88.
Fires out 88,000.
Never know.
And here comes the boom.
I'm all in.
All in. Going to be hard for Jacob to get away with the boat.
What the fuck?
Skull Mike says same thing happened to Jacob last tournament.
Interesting.
It's going to be impossible for Jacob to get away.
575.
This will be a huge hand for Ricky. Cub Dub says easy fold. I don't know, Cub Dub.
Huh? That's crazy. Last time the same thing happened. I hit a boat and they had quads.
Oh, he just called it. Skull Mike alluded to that very thing.
Well, usually I don't bluff in this spot.
Doing some inventory. So hard.
YOLO.
Makes, oh, he's going to, He did a flip of the coin.
Not again, not again.
Huge pot. He makes the call.
Well played.
Looks like he randomized that, flipped the coin.
Well,
And a huge pot, flopping quads and getting paid is Ricky. Ebony's going to 3-bet to 490,000. All in and call. This is for Ebony's tournament life on hand number 64.
Set.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty much flopping Ryan dead, 3%. How about quads?
Quads?
My goodness.
Double up now sitting on 1.3. Nobody wants to die here.
Brian wants to know if Harry Potter is ever going to play a hand.
It's funny.
Brian, this is what we like in chat. We like a funny comment.
It's funny, Brian.
That's not mean, just a little funny.
Could be a little mix of Harry Potter, mix of Amish. Jacobs look down at the queen 9 off, small blind. It's going to make the call. Three ways. 7-4-4, of course. I'm going to see this 4 in my sleep. Gianni binks it, trips.
Chip.
How about quads?
Quadrophenia for the man who's on fire. Unfortunately, nobody has much, but Jacob's going to take a stab.
Because if you want to play range here, it's a lot more likely that the small blind or big blind could have a 4 here, but the real 4 and all the 4s are on the button. And you have your man betting into you 60,000. Nothing to do
Just
but flat
flats.
here the 60. Don't lose your mind, Gianni, here and try and be a hero going for it all right now. That's not going to work. You're praying that maybe your opponent has a 7. Oh, scratching the head. Oof. Looking
Squinting.
down. I don't really like my hand here. You know, I'm looking at it. Just call the 60, brother. Moving back in the chair. Oh, my God. It's looking like he had some sour Chipotle for dinner. Shaking his head. He's shaking his head. I can't believe this flop. This board. Breathing heavy. I'll call.
I'll call.
I love it. Gianni. Ooh, there's the 9. Jacob hits a boat now.
4 is full of 9s. The card that's going to probably eliminate him from this tournament. So sick. What a sick river card. Quad 4s, Gianni.
Jacob thinks he just got there. How quickly is Gianni going to snap call?
Well, see what he wants to bet here. There's 266 in Jacob's stack. He might go for the overbet jam, might not. Little Avion sip for Gianni. He's about to get paid. What's the bet?
85,000 is the bet.
And now the jam comes after some more Hollywood. And think Jacob just snaps it, or does he actually think about it, or is it going to be a snap?
He's going to have to call.
No, he's calling, but is it going to be a snap?
It's going to be a snap.
What a river card. What an acting job, please. Anybody out there
Jack Nicholson.
looking for your next actor
A few good men.
Hit this guy up.
You're damn right I did.
How much you playing? Man. Ordering the code red right now in the studio.
Under the lights. Look at him checking.
God, can I have some popcorn extra butter, please? Man.
This guy's got it.
Oh,
All in.
yes.
Just shaking his head. And Jacob thinks,
It makes no sense. Wow, he sold it really good.
No snap break.
You don't have an overpair.
No overpair. No, just quads.
We have a 4 or nothing.
4 air. Laser reads from Jacob, but you can't fold. Thank you for playing. Thank you for coming to the lodge. You played great today. It's time to go home.
makes the call. And how hot is Gianni right now? Now the new chip leader, Gianni.
Man, I knew you had some acting shit.
Lorraine tanks pocket tens off of 390. This could be an all-you-can-eat situation, but she's going to go small. She's got 13 bigs. I would prefer just sending it all in there pre and not getting cute with the 65 number, because you're inviting snacks into the pot now, who still would have likely called if you jammed, but pocket 10's pretty strong. Gawain in the big blind, steamed up out of his pistachios right now.
Big duh.
Getting a price to complete here in the big blind with an ace, so he's going to see 3 cards as well.
There's the 10. Lorraine flops the top set. Going with the ace of diamonds.
Multi-way here, dangerous to trap, but I still love to see it. Quick check there from Lorraine.
Snacks now with a chance for Broadway.
He's checking. Does Gawain want to use this big stack? He does not. Checks it on. Like to see a small bet here from Lorraine to set up this river jam. Something like between quarter and 30%. No need to scare off your opponents. Get a little value, although the board getting a little bit more dangerous with 2 diamonds and a Broadway straight draw out there. But she goes with a great size 50.
Snacks just got these chips. Makes the call.
A king would be disgusting. I might vomit all over our equipment if the king falls on this river. Gawain lays it down. Snacks.
Looking for a king from space. No. How about quads? That's a lady who has quads right there.
And she's looking stone cold. Tough. Stacks gonna bluff at this. Try to represent a 10. But it's hard to represent the 10 when your opponent has all the 10s. Calm, cool, and collected before we hear those words.
Owen.
Quick fold. Is she going to show? Of course. You always show your quads. I do.
I don't.
I know.
Don't always. But sometimes I do. Not always.
He called drawing, didn't he? Didn't go
He
out.
was under the gun. He raised under the gun.
Yeah, he called it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, I mean, he didn't just jam under the gun. That would have at least been better. No?
Same
I mean,
result. Ace King of Hearts gets a call.
Yeah. I'm not folding any.
it's not like you're going anywhere, but I mean, it's a pusher, not a puller. It's ace jack, you know, ace jack, ace queen. You don't really call, you know, all ins with You shouldn't.
I actually kind of agree.
Thanks for letting us know, buddy.
Ace-Jack offsuit
Oh, okay.
is definitely a hand that you like being
You don't want it?
the aggressor with,
YouTube to hear you grunting.
being the jammer. You don't really love, like, raise calling with it. It's just one of those hands that's right in the middle that
Man, oh man.
it's fine if it gets called, but when you're doing the calling, more often than not, especially after you open up under the gun, you're not ahead of what your opponent turns over. But if you jam, you might just get called by like ace-10 suited or ace-5 suited. But it's very rare that opponents will be jamming those same hands over top of your original raise. Preston picks up hearts in a multi-way pot. Pretty sizable pot. Great spot to have a heart draw, except
11.
Except
But boy,
Sharon
I was wearing a shirt on the live stream.
has flopped quads. Depignon, top 2 pair. And of course, Sharon's just going to slow play this. It's not going to be hard to get his chips in on later streets. Gets called in 2 spots. Preston now top pair with a redraw. Depignon open-ended with a pair. Are we going to see an absolutely massive 3-way all-in? Preston has options here, but his hand is pretty fantastically strong. No multi-way. I don't blame him, and now it's over. Top 2? Are you kidding me? What a cooler spot. He's definitely losing some chips to Sharon. Small bet. Preston now probably just thinking about whether to call or raise. I think multi-way, you kind of just have to call. Like, you're really only getting called by a 7, I think, if you raise. It's hard to imagine too many worse hands betting this way on the river. But he does go for the raise, trying to drop the hammer for value. Depignon's out of there.
All in.
There's the jam, and how do you fold as Preston? Going to be shown the nuts.
Quads.
I should have just called.
Quadzillas! Ow!
Nice hand, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, pretty gross spot for Preston. Just runner, perfect for Preston to lose some chips.
First time in my life.
Whether or not he had to raise
Good clean living, huh?
there on the river,
Yeah, baby, let's go.
maybe up for debate.
There's no slouches here. There's 22 left, main event. You think some random jabroni is going to find themselves playing for $500,000? Probably not. Yeah, I said it. Random jabroni. Look it up. This is big time.
Figure out this math here. So you went from 30 to 140. It's got to be 140.
It is showing Jaffe is all in here for his tournament life.
Season ace, rips it. Yeah, Yoon isolates. And we're going to have a flip, which is going to be, Jaffe's going to be delighted to see that his 3's live. He loves it. Ace-3 versus deuces.
Deuce right in the window. Yeah, Yoon.
Wheel draw.
Interesting. Diamonds.
A 4.
4.
There's the 4. My goodness. Wake up, people.
4.
Boat outs.
Oh, quadrophenia.
Oh, my goodness.
What a hand.
Not like this.
Like this.
The roller coaster massage over, finish. GG's, Jaffe out the door. My God. From set to wheel to death by quads.
He may do a great comeback from 11,000 chips. Under the gun, ace 10 for Chad, suited, 2.3% better. He does have just a little over 10 bigs. It's going all in.
Should have straddled.
Another little helpful hint, if you haven't studied push-shove charts, you should.
Couple of clouds.
You know, my ranging is usually ace 10 or better pocket pair. If I'm short with 10 big blinds, I'm definitely going to put it all out there. I try to do it in later position. Under the gun's a little trickier because you got so many people to play behind you, but I like this shot.
Scare you a little?
It didn't scare me. It was more so location.
Marlon waking up with the jiggities.
Gonna be covered, right? Looks like it, yeah. Yeah, no, he does.
I was very fortunate one year playing a deep stack at the Rio during the World Series. It was only a $185 buy-in. And my good friend Debbie Espy convinced me to play. And
Thank you.
the jiggities at the final table got me $34,000. So quite a good return on investment.
All in. This is true. All those blues. Oops. Am I
You have the big blind with queen 10 suited. Does he want to be the third wheel?
Is that more than him? Oops. No, I have less than him.
He's got enough chips to make this call, but
He did it again.
65,000. He's already got 5 out there. It's another 60K. I'd probably let the queen 10 go.
Called it the slaughterhouse.
Okay, it is the slaughterhouse. 65 total.
He wants to see if he can take 2 players out. All right, 3-way. We got 2 players all in and in jeopardy here, Rick. Jacks are in the lead.
I need a queen.
Wow.
Okay. All right, let's get
Big blind decided to come in because he's got a big stack.
Huge pot. Hand number 73.
Any camera right now. Queen of all diamonds. Yeah. I'll say, yeah, I'm
How about king, queen, jack of spades?
Just no sweat. Don't let anything sweat. I'm just.
How about all low cards? Everything
Gotta be
lower than it's.
specific. You know, low diamonds. You gotta be careful what you ask for.
You see the equity percentage.
how you wanna
Marlin at
win.
46%.
I'll take quad. Hey, I will get there as dirty as possible.
Killer K at 24% and Chad at 29%.
We're all dirty. Whoa.
Bellagio Anthony will give us 3.
Had little vibes.
There's a queen
No window.
for Killer K.
Hello. 10.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh my goodness, Marlin.
There it is.
8.
2.
What?
Deuce.
Where's quad?
There you go. Best hand wins.
Back against the wall.
Quadrophenia will send Chad home. Florida.
There we go.
Florida Bill.
He
That
finally
is
found
funny.
it. He finally found it.
Tear him up, bud.
All in for the 2000, and the snowman is John for his tournament life.
Little 5Xer right here.
Yeah. As I said, I saw a guy turn 500 into 220.
It's getting some action here.
It can happen. It can.
Patty with the trips here. Loving life. John looking for an 8-ball corner pocket. Close. Flush draw now for Alex. Patty continues to fire with her trips. pot's brewing. How about quadrophenia for Patty? A boat for John. He thinks he might have got there.
I'm all in.
Six is all in. All right, turn them over, please.
I have quads.
I start the stream with quads and I end the stream with quads. Both against me.
Oh, wow. That quads was to get you the first hand?
Yeah.
We're going to
All right,
wave
guys, good
goodbye
game.
to John.
Good game.
Good game.
Or steel wheel draw.
Steel wheel draw.
Steel wheel draw, yeah.
Ace queen for Andrew. We've already seen him get all in before. If a freshly doubled stack, does he want to do it again?
All in.
There it is. I like this jam from Andrew.
I mean, I should know, but.
Almost 10,000, more than 10,000
57,000.
dead chips in the middle.
Thank you.
Certainly worth sticking it in, maximizing your fold equity.
All in.
And Brandon is going to rip it in. It's an all-in fest. Last few hands before break.
Good luck.
Gets Jerky King out of there. Back-to-back all-ins for Andrew. He is ahead here. Though Brendan could still find a 10 or some Broadway cards. We're going to see 5. And there's the 10 for Brendan. He's got Andrew covered. This is for Andrew's tournament life. A third one on the turn is going to seal the deal.
Thought that was the correct jam.
Wow.
And how about quads for good measure?
Damn, I probably made a mistake. GG.
What a roller coaster for Andrew.
Mistake rewarded, I guess.
Ninth day one flight of 24. A little feature table action. What a weekend it's been here at the Lodge. 1,470 folks have entered this tournament already through 9 of 24 flights.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's on pace to shatter the $1 million guarantee. We'll go around the table.
C5 checks.
It's not so bad.
Just, I mean, I guess it's not too much of a change for the Heat for you.
John in seat 2 wearing a very colorful shirt
Between San
and a
Diego
Kansas City Chiefs hat with ace 5.
From San Diego it is, yeah.
Trips for Edward. How about quads to start the day? Not too shabby to start the day with quads.
That's 35,000. C5's all in.
And just a all-in moment, of course, with the quads.
Wads. This hand.
Not a bad way to start the day.
Yeah, you had a king for sure.
Way to start the stream.
Getting a little bit more than a double up there with the antes. The antes are 1,000, 1,500, 1,500. And a $61,500 pot will go to Edward in seat 5.
Lodge hoodie. My God, it's cold.
There you see mixing it up there in the orange hat.
TM with the 8-deuce offsuit. And he's going to raise here. Use his big stack to attack these blinds. Brendan with the Jack 10. He'll defend, and rightfully so. So to a flop we go. Jack 10 versus 8 deuce.
Trips. Brendan, 2 pair for TM.
Imagine we'll see bet here about 5 grand. Going for 65.
How about quadrophenia for Brendan?
Yeah, this is unfortunate for
And a
TM.
boat for TM.
Going to be hard to get away from jacks full of deuces. Especially for that price. Never folding a boat. Snap call. Quads are good, of course.
No, he still comes around some.
You can start with that.
It's fun until me and Jeremy end up going to like the final 6 people, and then it's like 800 push-ups throughout.
JD getting a little Warriors gear going.
I knew you'd like that.
They're coming back, Rick. They're coming back. They're looking alive.
Playing disc golf tomorrow. There's no way I can do it, actually. I'm the
King Kai making the call, 9-8 of hearts.
Yeah.
TM with Queen Jack.
Yeah, it's too much of an explosive.
And we're
move
taking a
to
flop.
go into that sore.
Jack
Oh,
6-6.
my goodness.
Quads for Woody. Quads.
Seattle area.
Sort of.
You got a friend in this flop, Rick. Quads.
A little more low-key than Seattle, though.
Unbelievable flop. TM in trouble.
Yeah, he's going to get some bad news. The question's going to be, do you slow play?
Have you spent any time up there?
And TM better pray this turns out a jack. It would get ugly fast.
And
Turn is a 5 now.
Puget Sound?
Woody checks once again.
there's a
What's TM going to do here with a jack?
well, you can only head one way.
Going to keep betting 1,500 chips on the turn.
No, I think it's more east. Like if you're gonna go along the border.
Oh, the border of Canada?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't explored up there yet. I've only been in
7 on the river.
Yeah, this is probably going to go check, I think. I don't think there's too much value to be had here for TM, but maybe he thinks Woody has like a Jack 10, Jack 9 type holding.
it was an area where balls.
Oh, Woody says just quads.
Yeah. I plan on going next year. It sounds
Check
amazing.
back at Jack over there.
Wow.
I'm glad you bet the flop, because I mean, the nut straight flop.
Daily quads.